Why don't airplanes crash when they get struck by lightning? And people with weak eyesight are actually more intelligent. And the cat you are looking at right now is the oldest cat in the entire world. And did you know you can upload 50 million songs into a single cassette? To know all these amazing facts, stay tuned until the end of the video. Number 13. If you measure the height of a person while they are standing, and then measure the same person's height while lying down, they appear slightly taller in the sleeping position. The reason for this is spinal compression and gravity. When a person stands, more gravity acts on their body, and the spine compresses a bit, which makes their height slightly shorter. However, when measured in a sleeping position, gravity acts on them differently, and their spine compresses a little less, making them look taller. Number 12. You will find it strange to hear this, but dolphins are treated like a non-human person in USA. That means they aren't human, but they are no less than one either, and because of this, they are given various types of rights. For example, you cannot make dolphins slaves, they cannot be hunted, and there are several different rights given to dolphins, just like a human. Because dolphins are not only very social but also very emotional, and some scientists believe they are even self-aware, just like humans. Number 11. This cat you see on the screen probably really had 9 lives because she is the longest living cat ever. No other cat has ever been recorded living longer than her. She was alive from 1995 to 2022, meaning she lived for 26 years, which is a lot for a cat. Cats usually live for 10 to 13 years, but she lived more than double that. In my opinion, she should be called the greatest grandmother of cats. Number 10. In a war, along with physical warfare, mental warfare is also very important. Just like the Allied forces did during World War II. When they were against Germany, they wanted to make their army look massive so Germany would think twice before attacking, or ideally, come to a truce. To do this, the Allied forces used inflatable armies. That means they built tanks made entirely of cloth and air. But seen from a distance, they looked exactly like real tanks. They made many of these and mixed them with real and fake ones so people would think their army was huge and had massive backup. As a result, the enemy had to think many times before launching an attack. Number 9. Take a look at this photo once. You can see that all the bamboo growing around it is cut down or dirty. This is the only bamboo tree that is shining brightly. The reason behind this happened during the pandemic. During the pandemic, this entire tourist spot was closed, which is why no one could come to see or touch these bamboo trees. The tree that grew during this time looks exceptionally bright and healthy. Number 8. It is a pretty weird fact that many people believe people with weak eyesight have smarter brains. Because people believe that when their eyes cannot see clearly, their brain works harder to record memories and everything, and just hearing it makes you feel like it might actually be true. But this is completely false. It is a total fake fact and has no scientific background. Eyesight is related to many things, but that doesn't mean weak eyes make your brain work harder. Number 7. If you are looking for a good place to work, you should notice how many times that place has put up hiring posters outside or posted job openings in the recent past. If they have posted them very often, it might not be such a great place to work because there must be a solid reason why people are constantly leaving jobs from there. And if you work there too, you'll soon find a reason to quit that job as well. Number 6. In 2014, Sony launched a 185 terabytes cassette and shocked everyone. Even by today's standards, 185 terabytes is a massive amount of storage, and back in 2014, it was completely revolutionary. You could say it could store about 50 million songs, and this single cassette could replace over 1,000 original iPods because of its enormous storage capacity. Honestly, it was mind-blowing, and it was just a tiny cassette. Number 5. Since 1963, lightning has not crashed a single plane down. Yes, it used to happen before that, but afterwards, engineering was done so much better and more carefully that even when a lightning bolt strikes an airplane, it channels through the entire plane and does zero damage to it. Instead, this electricity safely exits out of the plane. And look at this photo. No, these aren't stairs going up to heaven, but an airplane. This is a long exposure picture of an airplane. In a long exposure picture, the shutter speed is kept quite slow, and the camera is set and left alone. After that, it captures a single continuous photo from the plane's launch until it takes off. This gives you a unique vision. You must have seen amazing Milky Way photos many times. Those are also clicked using this technique. Even moon photos are clicked this way. Number 4. Machu Picchu is Peru's most popular city, and a pretty crazy fun fact about it is that it is completely earthquake-proof. This city was built many years ago, yet whenever an earthquake strikes here, nothing happens to it. The way it was constructed involved using only stones, without any mortar or binding material to join them together. As a result, when an earthquake hits, the buildings here dance with the seismic waves, and as soon as the earthquake passes, they settle back down on their own. There might be minor casualties if the earthquake is extremely strong. Number 3. We all know that there are 24 hours in a full day and 7 days in a week. But 400 million years ago, it wasn't like that. At that time, the Earth's pace was quite different, which is why time was also much shorter, and a day consisted of just 22 hours. Because of this, there were 400 days in a whole year. Similarly, looking at it proportionally, there would be about 8 days in a week. Well, back then, the concept of weeks and years didn't exist. Looking strictly at the day and night cycle, there were 22-hour days, and based on that calculation, there would be 8-day weeks and 400 days per year. Number 2. Imagine sitting in a huge crowd where you are the only one who can hear the sound of the music. This is actually possible now. Scientists are trying to curve sound, meaning they are trying to change the angle of how sound waves travel so that it can target a single person and reach only them. In other words, in a crowd full of people, sound can be curved in such a way that it only reaches you. People can be targeted and made to hear sounds selectively. Number 1. After watching this video, many people thought it was artificial because how could sand behave like water? But it is completely true. Sometimes, after a hailstorm, this natural phenomenon occurs where, for some reason, the sand starts behaving just like water and slides forward. Even though it looks a bit like a liquid, it is completely dry. Those yellow balls you see on the ground are used to study this exact phenomenon.